How do I get back? We got it? We got it. Good morning, gang. Oh, we got the card out already, right? We got the Vicki Greco card. I like this. I don't even have one. Give me one. Here, give me one. Yeah. I can. Oh, look at you. Look at you. No, I'm with you. Thank you. All right, gang, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? I guess the summer is here. The attendance is dwindling at the meetings here. Son of a gun, right? Wow.
Oh, is that the summer thing?
Usually. You know, families, kids, traveling. Wait, zipper, sorry. Okay. There you go. Way to go. Good job, Yanni. Here comes the lawsuit. Here comes the lawsuit. All right, gang. Lots of stuff to cover today. You get to meet this young lady over here in a little bit. Okay. How many of you have an LLC? How many of you think you might want to have one? Yeah. Okay. I think I was in the business 2 or 3 years, and then a broker said, Tim, you know, you're making a decent amount of money. You might want to do an LLC thing. I don't want to do that, and more tax returns and bank accounts. It was the best thing I ever did. You know, from a financial point of view, it really is something you want to consider. And then you might have a million questions. I even have some questions for Vicki, but we'll get to her in a little bit. Okay. But before we get to Vicki, there she is. The blood mobile is out front. Give some blood. Come on. I mean, me, Suzanne, Wendy, Maria does it. If you didn't make an appointment, don't worry about it. Just walk in. Okay? Because, you know, there's always a shortage of blood in Clark County. I don't know why, what that's all about, but if you can give the blood, give it. And they'll be out there probably until 2-ish, 1, 2, until it slows down. Okay? So do that. Upcoming meetings. Next week we have a Father's Day panel, I hope. It's funny. When I sent out an email to like 10 of our female agents to participate in a Mother's Day panel, 9 of them said yes. You know, but only 5, we could do 5 up here. Father's Day panel, I sent out a dozen guys, 1 said yes. So it might not be a Father's Day panel. It could be the Tim and Wendy panel. Who knows? But that's where we're efforting for our Father's Day panel. June 19th, we're closed, and then Toll Brothers is coming at the end of the month. If you need CE, I know it's free through Key. And sometimes we're lazy. We just sit in front of the computer and get our 3 hours done. But if you want to today, and again later in the month on the 18th, and in July and in August, Matthew's going to be in here giving the free core classes, not the how to do a reverse mortgage. No offense to John Morgan. A great CE class. Or how to, I don't know, you know what I'm getting at. Yeah, solar. Those are important, but these are the ones you need. You have to have these. Agency, law, contracts, all that stuff. I went through all 3 in March, April, and May in Jeff's office, and I'm going to sit through them again here because they're really good classes. So that's today at 1 o'clock.
A portion of your CE has to be live, so you might as well do it while he's in.
Yeah. So it's either this or drive down to Key. Just saying. Not that Key is not, you know, they're in a new building now, in case you didn't know. They moved.
They did?
Yeah, really pretty building.
Oh.
Yeah, over by the airport, they're saying, but is it really by the airport?
Yep,
Yeah,
Sunset.
okay. Sunset and something? Okay, so that's CE today. That's our $1 Million Club for last month. We're going to get photos and stuff, but we just got this morning, so Suze threw it up there kind of quickly. Where's Gavin and Jade? Are either of them here? There he is. Best new agent of the month. The guy's been coming to every class. Jade's been here maybe 6 weeks, and she did a deal already? 7 weeks? How many weeks?
She's probably been here probably.
7 months. I'm lying, right? She's been here forever. No, I'm kidding. But she goes the first deal. Way to go, Jade. I threw this up here because you might want to do this. Some of you, it could be the guys too. When I was at my old company, I did this probably 4 years in a row. It's the Women's Expo at the Orleans. It's an all-day gig, and you rent a table or tables, and you bring all your Realty One Group stuff, and there's thousands of women that go through this expo. You know, there's everything that has to do with a woman. There's a table for this at the expo. Okay, it's a couple of $100 a table. I do it with 2 or 3 other agents when I was at Remax, and we'd have like 2 or 3 tables, put out a little tchotchkes, and we got deals from it. We really did. I know the guy that works for the radio station. It's called Beasley Broadcasting. They own almost all the radio stations in town. So it's promoted on the radio stations, on TV. So some of you might want to get together, or a team might want to do it. You get a table to promote your team. I can't guarantee you'll get business out of it, but you're going to get a lot of visibility. Okay, it's going to be on TV. You know, they promote it on all the local channels. So it's something you might want to consider. There's a price sheet here. Suzanne has all this. There's even a floor plan. You can pick where your table's going to be if you want to. So something to consider. The barbecue in a couple of weeks. Suzanne's going to get the grill going, and we'll have some hot dogs and hamburgers. Let her know if you're coming, so we know how much food to get. Be nice if you came, if you brought something. You know, a bag of chips. I don't care. Bring something. Okay. You know, participate a little bit here. That would be nice. The refer one for a year is still going on. I guess we have 5 or 6 of you that sent agents into us that haven't decided if they're joining us yet. So that's why we extended it to June, to give them more time. So 5 or 6 of you might save $1,200 if those agents join. So keep that in mind. And even if you're new, Gavin, if you have a key friend that is still looking, send them in. You don't pay your $50 for a year. You save $600. So it's not just for experienced agents, okay? Some numbers. The only thing that jumped out on me here is the prices are coming down a little bit. They're starting to flatten, I guess. But inventory, where's the marker? Okay, for a Realty One, not a Realty One. Where's the, we don't have a marker. For a Rock Title sweater. What does this number mean? What is that? Here it is. There it is. It's a little early for this, okay? We're in the summertime, but you'll thank me in December. It might, but it's brand new, okay? Right out of the package, lightly worn 3 times. Kidding. No one's ever worn it. First right answer. What does that mean?
Available everything, condominium and single family.
Everything, right? Yeah. So you get to this. That's how many total properties are on MLS as of this morning. Okay. Yesterday I did it. It was 98.84. So in a couple hours it went up to 99.25. So people are putting the houses on the market. So now's the time. It's summertime. Weather's nice. Do some open houses. All that kind of good stuff. All right, gang. A lot of this stuff we can't do without our good friends at Rock Title. And we don't see them that often. Okay, it's Tim Sams, everybody. It's Tim Sams, everybody. Let's give him a round of applause. Tim Sams is here. Okay.
He's such a tough act
I
to
know.
follow.
Yeah. Do your thing. Do your
How's
thing.
everybody? Good. Give me just a second here.
Anybody have a new listing they want to promote real quick while Tim is hanging out? 30 seconds or less. Let's not get on a soapbox and.
Seconds or less, yeah.
Okay, go.
We put a flyer for everybody. All of our listings are in the back, but the one on the front we really need to sell. It's priced to sell $191.99. Las Vegas Country Club, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, fully remodeled. She is negotiable. We need to sell it. She is very ill. She needs to move out, and we need to get that sold. So please, if you know anybody.
199,000.
$199,000. Beautiful HOAs for $148,000. Fully remodeled, new air conditioning, new water heater, all fixtures, lighting, everything new.
You know all those investor text messages we've been getting that I said ignore? I don't know. Maybe you answer one of them and tell them about this.
Yeah.
Just saying, you know?
Please, you know, this lady is, we need to get that house sold because
Yeah.
she has to go to an assisted living. She's dying of cancer.
Got it. All right. TMI. Too much information here. Okay. All righty. All right. We know.
It's okay.
Okay. There you go.
It's okay.
All right, Timbo. It's all yours.
All right, show of hands. Who belongs to the closed Facebook group here? Someone group. Who saw my video yesterday? Keep your hands up.
Pretty snazzy video.
One person. All right. Kudos. I'm going to play it. It's 37 seconds long. It's just like a little input.
Want
on
to
it.
dominate in 2025? I've got the inside scoop on 6 game-changing marketing trends you need to know. Picture this: short-form videos that convert like crazy, AI tools that save you hours every week, and voice search strategies that'll put you ahead of the competition. But wait, there's more. I'm revealing all 6 trends tomorrow at the Summerlin business meeting. Trust me, the last 3 will blow your mind. Don't miss out on this chance to revolutionize your business. I'll even share my presentation so you can start crushing it right away. See you there, and let's turn these trends into your ticket to success. Attention real estate pros, want to dominate in 2025? I've got the...
What do you think?
That'll work. That'll work.
Give us the secrets.
I did not speak a word of that.
All AI.
All AI. It's my AI twin. Because I need more time in my life to do more things that I enjoy doing, which is creating more presentations for all you amazing people. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
I was a little reluctant initially, but that literally took me 12 seconds. I just upload the script, hit generate, and I got a video. So,
But your voice, but it kind of sounded like you. How did you make it sound like?
yeah, so the process is, I use a program, and the program asks you to record yourself. You speak for like 100 words or a minute or two, just random words. You read whatever's on the script, and they take that, your actions, they ask you to like open your mouth wide, show your teeth, which I never do, for whatever reason, smile, frown, and all that's recorded. And then my AI twins, I actually have like 6 of them, different outfits, different moods, so on and so forth.
You pay for that?
Yeah, it's like $10. The program is called Captions. Captions. And it's great, because if you have raw video, you can take that program, upload your raw video, and add captions. That's kind of really how it originated. So today I want to talk about 6 trends that you want to jump on board with, so you can dominate in 2025.
Hey, Tim, not to interrupt, because you can do
Please do.
2 hours on this. Is this a Chat GPT, Claude, Copilot, you know, kind of thing, or no? Oh, well, yeah, I know, but I'm
The
just,
program is called Captions.
right, okay, so it's not those
nothing
guys.
that
Okay,
you
that's what I
would
thought.
Put a prompt in ChatGPT.
Right.
to generate.
Got it.
Okay? All right. So, time to refresh your playbook when it comes to marketing. A lot of things been going on. We had great fluctuations. We're still dealing with that. NAR settlement kind of behind us a little bit, right? And then we're kind of adjusting to post-pandemic. Just market conditions, so on and so forth. But the good news is, there's lots of opportunity. All right? And when you get a copy of this, there's a link right here, and you can look at what the experts are saying. This is NAR, they put out an article, so you can follow that link and see what they have to say about opportunity. Who has video in their business today? Who's doing video? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the challenge? Don't like the way we look, the way we sound?
Experience.
Camera ready? Learning curve?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are my notes? Video's been around since 2000. It's 2025.
Yeah.
Embrace it for your business. YouTube launched in 2005. So you can, and look at 73% of people prefer short videos when it comes to learning about services. That's a survey that was done through Hootsuite. Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, showcase properties in 60 seconds, highlight neighborhood vibes. Go out and shoot your listing, do it like a 7-minute video. You can then take that video and chunk it up using AI to get 30, 10, 30-second short videos. So that's additional content. So you don't have to spend a tremendous amount of time shooting content, but with AI, here to help.
Do you have an AI editing tool that you prefer?
Not so much AI. Typically when I do videos,
Uh-huh.
I just roll them up into Captions or CapCut, me
Okay.
personally. Then I could add captions, I can do
But then you have
transitions.
to do
Right, yeah, but you just want a push button, right?
I sure do.
It's out there, I'm sure it is.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make a note of that to name a few. Everybody's on Facebook. Social media, YouTube, 85% of people, 70% on Facebook, Instagram, 50%. But it's not just being there, it's connecting. Your content should connect with people, so it resonates. Platform strengths. So if you're on Facebook, do ads, get involved in groups, create a group, create local buzz, what's going on. Instagram, visuals, very visual Instagram. Behind the scenes stories, you working, B-roll type stuff, B-roll type stuff. Say that one time. TikTok, trends. You know, casual reach, LinkedIn, professional brand. Who's on LinkedIn? Actively.
You had to throw that in there, huh, Tim, right?
Go where your competition is. There's a lot of you out there, right? 15,000, is that the number? 110 billion AI is the industry value. AI is everywhere. When did AI originate? Anybody know? What year?
18?
2005? 50 years ago, 1956.
Come
Was the
on.
first concept of machine learning.
Wow.
And then it's progressed through time, and 2020 is where it really started to take off, and we know AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, to name a few. But utilize those tools. We have plenty of tools, by the way, on Rockland University, onerockstar.com. We have 120 prompts you can download for real estate, for ChatGPT. Tools to simplify and scale, chatbots, schedulers, auto listing generations, predictive pricing. Anybody use ChatGPT for pricing? No. Okay. Virtual staging, we've heard about, like what is it? Box brownie.
Box
That's
brownie.
what it is. Pretty cool concept. If we utilize AI in our business, we have more time to connect with people. It's so important. We're getting away from that. Everybody's on their dang phones, right? So utilize AI in your business so you can hang out, more connections. Visual search. Do I want you to go out and buy a VR headset? No. You could. But this is another trend. Trend number 4. People are using tools like Google Lens and Pinterest to match similar homes. Find a home like this. Search for a home like this, right? So how you can jump on board with this is to make sure that you have clear images, professional images, and then tag those photos. Like when you take a picture on your phone and it's a bunch of letters, a couple numbers, and then .hcci or .jpeg or whatever, rename that when you post it. 2, Spanish style kitchen. If you take a picture of a kitchen, right? That way, hopefully, through the use of SEO and so on and so forth, search engines, those pictures will rise to the top when somebody's looking for Spanish style home or Spanish style kitchens, right? Make sense? How are we doing on time? Okay, Tim?
Plenty of time. Sure.
Voice search. Who has an Alexa? What hands? I thought unplug it sometimes because she just goes off on me. Sometimes I'm not even talking to her. But this is a trend as well. Voice search. Open houses near me this weekend. Best schools, districts in Henderson. People are actually saying these phrases to Alexa and to smartphones, so on and so forth. So how do you get on board with that? Optimize your content. Again, kind of like pictures, rename your pictures. But here, use natural phrasing, long tail keywords. So short-term keyword would be real estate. Long-term would be 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Long-term, right? Update your Google business profile. When did Google My Business Profile start? Any ideas? How long has it been around?
10 years.
2014. It's been around for 10 years. Everybody, put your hands up if you have a Google My Business Profile. Good. Are you posting to it? Do you have products and services on there? Do you have questions, Q&A on it? Good. Grow that.
But Tim,
Because Google does 8.6 billion searches daily.
at a minimum, you need that Google profile, correct?
Yes.
At a minimum, yes.
It's free.
Yes.
Google.
And I'll do a class on this again soon, but for the QR codes, so you can send those to your clients, and it goes right into the Google for Google reviews. It's super simple to do.
Are you guys putting your reviews on there? You should. Are they going to Rate My Agent? If they're going to Rate My Agent, you can migrate them. I think there's a pro feature, right, paid? At cost, or you could copy and paste that out of Rate My Agent, text your client and say, hey, Tim, give you a review. I copy and pasted it in a text message for you. If you could follow this link and paste it into my Google My review, that would be awesome.
On the Rate My Agent, it does migrate from Google to Rate My Agent once a year for free.
Okay.
And then as it happens, if you pay for it, like as they leave the review, it migrates.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it only updates once a year.
Okay. Cost efficient? I mean,
I can't, it was like $400 a year, something like that.
okay. All right. Build out your FAQ pages with natural phrasing. Open houses, well, probably not open houses near me, but like best school districts in Henderson would be a great one to put in your FAQ on your website. So start to think about that, so you can take advantage of voice search.
Silence is golden.
I'm just curious, I was wondering how long this would actually last, but I was waiting for the momentum to build and somebody like, Tim, please, please.
What do they say in a negotiation? The first one that speaks loses?
Yep, yep.
I guess I
You
lost.
guys are good.
See?
All right.
Impatient.
What's my favorite? Who's heard of geofencing? People? Okay. This is my favorite. This is very cool. Real estate is local, right? Geofencing makes it laser focused. You can target buyers in the moment during an open house. Imagine this. You have an open house at 9925 Main Street. See what I did there?
Wow. On the fly, Tim. Amazing.
Look at that. And this is your geofence that you built around that. And anybody that enters that, drives through it, is going to see your ad. It utilizes push location-based ads for nearby listings. Example, this could be an ad. You're near a three-bedroom open today. I think I typoed that. You're near a 3-bedroom open house today from 1 to 3 p.m. What if you put a fence around this location? Wheels are starting to turn. You literally can meet people in the moment as they drive through. If I'm out walking my dog and I walk through that geo fence, and I'm on my phone, I see an ad. Pretty crazy. I love it.
What's the cost?
Why is it so powerful for you to use this technology? You can pinpoint targeting, so focus ad spend only where it matters. You can be seen without being intrusive. Cost effective, you can drop $5 to $10 a day and you get some serious impressions on your ads. And you can build brand and trust, because we all know that repetition equals recognition, consistency, and that leads to referrals, business, right? Want an example?
Yes, please.
I'm not going to give you one. Well, yeah, I will. Look at this.
What a guy.
All right, so you list a home in Summerlin. You set a 1-mile geofence around that home. Create a short video, just listed in Summerlin, 3-bed, 2-bath, pool, paradise. You don't want to miss this. Upload it to Meta Ads Manager, and then everybody walking through or driving through will see your ad. Even better, target the same area after the open house with "we're under contract in 5 days." Powerful. I mean, we could talk about this for days, but so what platforms and what type of ads? So platform, Instagram, Facebook. So you would utilize just listed open house valuation offers type ads. Google Display Network, banner ads on news, weather, sports apps. YouTube Shorts, video walkthroughs and agent intros, TikTok, quick property highlights, or neighborhood clips. Pro tip for you. Pair geofencing with a QR code postcard. It goes out to the same geolocation. Now you're in their mailbox, you're on their smartphone, and more importantly, in their memory. And by the way, you can follow me on Instagram if you like, Ask for Sam's. All right, so you might be wondering, which should I use? How do I get started in this? If you want to start small, learn the ropes, then I suggest going with Meta Ads Manager or Google Ads. Automate listing ads and branding. So if you want to do that, AdWorks. Combine CRM plus ads, automation, Chime. I don't know how to pronounce that last one. Lopo. By Lopo. Thank you. Build farm lists and pre-target, ProStream. And final takeaways. Video that connects. Connect with people. You should be doing video. You should have my Google My Business profile set up and active in posting to that. Do video. Do faceless video if you don't like the way you look. Get over it. I slur my words all the time. I'm that sleepy eye over here. AI can correct that, but just do it, right? Content that adapts, tech that scales, data that targets. Listings that show up and speak up. Ready to stay ahead in 2025. You want to connect with the amazing Heather. I'm always available as well. If for whatever reason you want to chat with me, but she's here. She's great. So that said, that QR code should get you a copy of this presentation. Last time I didn't think I had the sharing right on it, and I wanted you to join typeset. Is it working? Thank you, Brandon. Excellent. Quick questions that hopefully I can answer or not.
I think we'd all agree this is a class you should do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
Yes, please.
right? Do we all agree on that? Like, my head hurts just listening to, you know.
How to Juggle 1.0 is out. This would take the place of How to Juggle.
Right.
I'm assuming. Better topic.
And just the fact that, remember what, 5 years ago, QR codes were like, yeah, you don't use QR codes, right? Now, friggin' is everywhere, you know?
Everywhere. That's it, my friends. Thank you for your time.
Tim Sams, everybody. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Tim. Get me back to where I gotta go.
Back. I could use it.
Where's our little bag of stuff, Suze? Oh, there it is. Pick a winner, Suze. Pick a number. Suze has the spinner. So you're going to spin this random thing and pick a winner of the $11 worth of Realty One Group swag, baby. The T-shirt. We got this. We got a mouse pad, another pad, a pin, and a pen. Who? Brandon. Yay! Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Also, before I forget, we always like to introduce the new agents, and everyone say hello to Alexis. If we didn't do that before, how do you say your last name?
Guseno.
God bless you. You know, Guseno. Okay, Guseno. Okay. One more thing before we get to Vicki. Maria has, of course, good news to talk about. I think with a form that we're a reminder about a certain form. And again, these forms are so important because getting them correct are going to get you paid on time. So,
confirmation of agency. When do we use confirmation of agency?
oh boy, come on.
Anybody know?
New construction?
Our new construction.
New construction.
Where's my
So
prize?
we're doing. I'm nothing. Here, there's a piece of paper.
There you go.
I take my notes. We're doing a lot of new constructions. So this is the #1 document that is keeping you from getting paid. Because everybody doesn't know what it is, and so they wait till the last minute, and then the package comes in and this isn't in here. This is as important as your duties owed in any transaction, okay? Does anybody know why we need this on new construction only? You do not need this form on regular sales.
Come on, Haya, smarty pants.
Brandon, you know this.
Which one is that one?
Why do you need this on new construction?
Because you don't have a Galvar purchase agreement.
And you don't, the new construction uses their own contract, they don't use LVR, so their contract has no agency. Our contract on page 10 and 11 has agency on there, where you put the buyer's information and you put the seller's information. The new builds don't have this, so we have to have this. Now, do you have to send this to the builders to get signed? No, so whoever said no, you're right. The builder will not sign this, do not ask them to sign it. I just need you to do the right side of this, not the left side, the right side only, okay? So you're gonna put the address, you're gonna put your information, and you're gonna have your buyer sign it, okay? And then upload that into your file, okay? Any questions on that?
Where do we find it?
In transaction desk. Yeah, just confirmation of agency, search for confirmation, and it'll pop up. Okay. Any other question? Okay, lastly, on Sky Slope, please, we've had an issue this week, I don't know why, but most of them were not using rock title, so that's why maybe we had the issue. But you guys are not putting in the titles information in Sky Slope under the contacts. So when I have a question, because I have a closing and the checks aren't right and I'm not balancing, I have no idea who the escrow officer is. So please make sure if you put anything in that contact section, make sure you put the information for the escrow officer, okay? I'm done.
Maria, everybody. All right, gang, I owe you guys an apology because in the 6 years I've been here with Damon and now me and Wendy, Vicki has never been in here. She's been to Green Valley a dozen times. Mark's office 10 times. Never here. So I blame Damon for that. Okay? Just so we all know. But everybody say hello to Vicki Greco. Vicki, come on out, Vicki.
How are you guys doing today? Can I switch this around?
Whatever you want to do.
Yes.
It's good. Yeah, it's on wheels, but the carpet makes it a little, any way you want to do it. We'll get this out of here so you don't bang it. Or, there you go.
Okay, you guys, hi, I'm Vicki Gardner. A little bit about who I am. I did practice
Oops.
law in town here for about 20 years. And currently, I am not licensed to give legal advice, but I have a business called Silent G Consulting. One of the things that they should be teaching you guys in real estate school is how to run a business. And that's a lot of what he was just talking to you guys about marketing. So I'm gonna stop and tag onto him and do something I normally don't do. On my flyer, do you see my QR codes? Can everybody take out their phone and follow me on Instagram and Facebook? And you'll see that we do all of the reels and we have a huge social media presence. And if any of you guys actually start doing videos and you forward them to me, I'll put them into my groups. I have over 20,000 followers between Facebook and Instagram. And I have a Facebook group also that has, I think, 15 or 16,000 people in it, mostly local to Las Vegas. And so marketing is huge and important, but that's not what I'm talking about today. Today we're gonna talk about basically why you guys should have an LLC taxed as an S Corp. Now, I see compliance in here. Do all of your agents have to have their state business license?
Yes.
Okay, so if everybody has a state business license, does anybody not have their state business license in here?
If you don't have it, don't raise your hand. We don't want to know. Okay? Just keep it to yourself. Okay?
The state business license is $200, or if you count the little fee, it's $205. To get an LLC, it's $436, and it includes the state business license. So it's a couple $100 more, and you get to have the business structure. So the people, nobody has an LLC in here, correct? Okay. You're all running your business as a sole proprietor. If you want to have the protection of the LLC, you would go into the middle column here. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But a lot of people talk about the LLC, or they say, I'm an S Corp. The most important thing to understand is that the LLC is given to you by the state of Nevada, and the S Corp is a tax classification given to you by the IRS. So a lot of agents set up their LLCs, but they don't do the S Corp classification. And if you don't do the S Corp classification, you're still taxed on your own Schedule C as a disregarded entity from the IRS. So if you want to have the benefit that I'm about to explain of being the S Corp, there's an additional form you have to file, which is a 2553 with the IRS. That's a lot. So I'm gonna just breathe in and say, that's a lot of information that you guys need to know. But one thing is, with the realtors, they go out and they go to like LegalZoom or something and set up their own LLC. I'm gonna tell you guys now, whether you hire me or not to do it, this is what you need to know. The Department of Real Estate for Nevada states specifically, you can only be the only person on your LLC. So you can't have your husband or your wife or a partner. And it has to be in the name as it is printed on your license. So if my name is Vicki Greco and that's how my license is as a sole proprietor, I have to have it as Vicki Greco LLC. If it's Vicki A. Greco, it has to have the A. You guys don't get to choose the name of your LLC. It has to be the way it's at the licensing division. And so once you get the license the right way, then you have to take it down to the real estate division, convert it, they'll convert it, and then you come and give it to your broker, and now your broker will write your checks out to the LLC, and you'll also get a business bank account and an EIN for it. Now, the benefit is huge. If you guys go to the bottom here, I don't like to talk about how much money anybody makes, so this is just a litmus test from the IRS. You guys get 1099s, and there's no way around that, okay? So what we're gonna talk about is self-employment tax and FICA that comes in at 15.3%. So if you get $100,000 in 1099s from your broker, you're paying $15,300 right off the top to the IRS for the self-employment tax. So as a sole proprietor, you get charged double self-employment tax. When you become the LLC taxed as an S Corp, you get to go on as a reasonable salary. So now you get to become the employer to yourself. So the joke is, I have the best boss because she gives me all kinds of benefits and matches my 401k to the max. So you can give yourself all kinds of benefits. How many realtors in here have health insurance, right? How many of you guys have 401ks? So if you are making money, why give it to the IRS when you basically give it back to yourself? And so there's those huge benefits. But if you do make that $100,000, you will save $9,000 a year, hands down, minimum. And that's what I think you were talking about when you realized how much you were saving. If you're not making that much money, it may not make sense to get the S Corp because you still have to be on a reasonable salary, and this is gonna be based on an individual basis, so I'm just giving you guys a global picture on this. The IRS as a reasonable salary is $40,000 to $60,000. So I'll talk about me. I'm on salary for $40,000 as a minimum because I have other streams of income. If you have other streams of income, it could even be lower than that. So depending on, you know, if you have a husband or other businesses with income, you can actually show lower than that on your S Corp. But if you are getting a 1099 from anywhere 40,000 up, it makes a lot of sense to get the S Corp and the LLC. And it also includes your state business license. So if somebody in here is thinking about doing it for 2025, we're already halfway through the year, and your broker's giving you 1099s, maybe let's say for 30 or 40,000. If you have a good CPA, and because the name of the LLC is gonna be in the same as the way you were actually given it, that CPA can roll it in and maximize that for you. If you're gonna do an LLC and you have your state business license and it's time to renew it, that would be another good time to do it. But if you're a realtor and you're already made over 100,000, you better do it today. You don't want to like cross-contaminate that. If you're not making that kind of money, you can always do it in January as well, but it's highly recommended for mindset now to be a business. And running your business as a sole proprietor, one of the most important things to a realtor with their clients is their credit score, right? Now, have any of you guys ever been sued? Okay. Has any of your agents ever been sued?
A couple of them. Yeah, every now and then.
So
It
it's
happens.
not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
No.
Every time I go, maybe it's like
Yeah.
every broker says maybe
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
But when you get sued, it's gonna be in your own personal name. And even though you may win and nothing is gonna happen because your errors and omissions should kick in, it will affect your credit score. So having the LLC, even if you don't need the S Corp tax benefit right away, will protect you. It will also give you that mindset. It will also give you a professional Facebook page, a business Facebook page. So if you guys are gonna start marketing yourself, I wanna just piggyback on what he said, none of you can Google my business if you don't have a business. Okay, you can't just Google your name and create a Google My Business thing. So if you're gonna do that kind of stuff and have that value add to yourself, you kind of need that, because you can't Google a business if there's no business. And so you can't even do it with the DBA, you have to have an LLC. And an LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. And so you're protecting your assets, basically. I don't really talk about the protection part to realtors so much because you guys really don't ever get sued. But if anybody wants to talk about that one-on-one, that's really what we do. Another thing is that we can help your clients. So I work with a girl who does living trusts and estates. And so right now, you guys don't know, if a client asks you, how should I hold my title? What do you tell them?
Call Heather.
Call Heather.
Call Heather, yeah.
So Heather answers that, okay. So if you,
I give them a sheet that breaks down the different ways of
so
vesting.
you can tell them to call Heather, you
Yeah.
can also now tell them to call Vicki,
Yeah.
because Vicki and Nikki can actually tell them how to hold it. Because she does living trusts and estates, and she's a licensed document preparer, and she can tell them how to do it. And then it's also a value add to you, because your clients that are buying houses should have them protected in trusts. And so that's a whole nother class for a whole nother day, but that's kind of a value add. And so a lot of realtors, and since today was on marketing, I'll give you guys another tip of how you can use us as a value add to you. You can go back into the people that you sold houses to for the past 5 or 6 years. You can give them a call and say, hey, I was just at a class and there's a lady that's gonna give you a free consultation on a trust, how's that house doing? And they might say, wait, I'm gonna sell it or something. So you can use us to go back in to talk to the people that you guys used to work with, and it's been a really big benefit to them. Does anybody have any questions on the LLC?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I have a question on the trust.
Anything.
The fees for each, like the LLC versus the LLS Corp versus a trust, what are the fees?
So the fees for the state, for just the sole proprietor for the state business license is $205.
Okay.
The fees for the LLC is $436. It's usually $425, but they add 2.5% processing fee, so I'm just telling you what that is. If you go to like LegalZoom or something like that to set up your LLC, I think they charge $200 or $300, then they upcharge you to be the registered agent, and they won't even do the 2553, which is the S Corp form. Okay, when you file your LLC, if you want the S Corp classification to be backdated to the date of filing, you have to file it within 2.5 months to the IRS. If you have an LLC and you didn't elect the S Corp and you wanna add it, it's like an open enrollment every year from January 1st to March 15th. You can also get it for that year.
So you could start off LLC, and then once you make the threshold minimum, you can then transfer
Yeah,
over.
exactly.
So Vicki, let's say I'm an agent, we're in June, and I've made 50 grand so far.
They
So-
need to get it today.
Hmm?
They need to get
Right,
it
right, so
today.
I'm planning on making 100. So
Yeah.
do I get an LLC, or do I get an LLC and a subchapter
You
S?
get the LLC S Corp,
Okay,
yes. Anybody that's gonna make over 60,000, hands down, yes. It's not such a, if somebody's making 30 or 40, but they have other streams of income, yes. It just depends, and I am literally on payroll. So I actually get a W-2. I'm on payroll for 40,000, and let's assume my business makes 300,000 a year. That other 250 is taxed at like 3 to 4%. You save so much money, and you get to write off so many things. And I have health insurance. I have the best health insurance. I have the best car. I have, the best home office, and I write it all off. Like right now, are you guys even able to write off part of your home?
A very tiny part of your home.
a little bit.
Well, I write off 1/3.
Really?
For you to help us with this, what can we expect fee-wise?
Okay, I can break it down very simple. If you have me do the LLC, the state business license, get you the EIN. Also, we're a commercial registered agent, so you are required to have a registered agent, and you can be your own, but our package includes us as the commercial registered agent for a year, and filing the S Corp, it's $590.
Oh, that's great.
What about the city business license, Vicki?
Do you require them to have that?
We do.
Yes.
We do. Well, we don't require it, but the state of Nevada does, and the
Because you guys are
division.
considered city.
We're in the city, right?
So that's another thing. Does anybody have their city business?
They all do, of course. If you don't raise your hand, okay? Keep your hand down. Keep your hand down. We don't want to know.
So if you do have a city business license and you get an LLC, we just have to notify them of the change of the status, or you can just go in for a new application. We do city business licenses for like $250.
Right. Okay.
The funny thing is, as realtors, they're only requiring you to have it where your broker kind of toggles you, but as a business consultant, one of my biggest things is liquor and gaming licensing. So if anybody in here is commercial, I can also help your clients, and I also give back 15% referral fee on that. So if you have anybody going in for health department licensing, anything like liquor, gaming, we do all of that. But because I go and submit liquor and gaming licenses, I actually have to have a license in Henderson, North Las Vegas, everywhere. You guys aren't required to do that because your broker hangs all of those.
Vicki, what's the status? There's an agent that might come on board with us, but he hasn't renewed his business license in a while, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Wherever he works now, I guess they're not on top of it, or he blows it off. Which
business license?
The city.
You just get a new one.
Just get a new one?
Yeah.
But is he backtracked? Is he paying $200 for 5 years?
No, so the state business license is the $200 per year. And
Right.
if that goes into default, you just get a new one, they're not gonna charge you. On an LLC, it can go into default.
Okay, same thing for the city license.
Yeah, the city
If he hasn't
license
done it in
is-
5 years, or she
No.
hasn't done it in 5 years.
He would just go in for a new one. He
Oh,
would
great.
apply for a
Wow,
whole new
okay.
one.
Someone told him he was penalized for working without one as a realtor for the last 4 years.
Tell him to call me.
There you go. Okay. Okay.
I also happen to know everybody at all of these locations, and so whoever's telling him that, we would just go around it, dissolve it, say that he didn't work, and create a new one.
Alrighty. There you go.
Any other questions?
What is your fee on your trust?
So it's a girl that I work with, and her name is Nikki, and they start at $2,500. It's very reasonable. It's licensed and bonded by the Secretary of State as a document preparer. And if anybody has children, she also does children's protection plans. This is kind of not on topic, but a lot of parents of children don't have children protection plans in place, and if something happens, the children get taken into DCFS, and so she includes those, I think, for like $300 or $400.
And the benefits, gang, when I was a realtor full-time, and let's say I made $200,000, you could write so much stuff off. And every month I took a salary of, I don't know, $1,500 every 2 weeks, $3,000 a month, 40,000, maybe like you did. And when you bring all this to your CPA, your eyes are just, holy crap, how good is this? It really, really is.
It really is.
It's amazing. It's all legal. It's legal.
It's legal. It's what the IRS allows you to do, to get the tax benefit of that.
Does doing the LLC with the S Corp also help you to protect your income as like a 1099 earner? So when you take all those deductions, generally then your income is reduced as far as buying power for a home. How does it affect that?
Oh, so that it'll affect your personal credit. So if you're only showing a $40,000 income, that's going to be on your own personal tax return. You have to file a K-1 when you actually get the S Corp.
Okay.
And so those types of people would generally look at your K-1 also and use.
And so it could potentially
they could
help
use it
you with
together.
more buying power.
I don't know that. You would probably have to ask somebody that's going to write the mortgage and ask them, because here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think about how to say this legally. If you know that you're trying to go and buy a house and you have an LLC S Corp and, I don't know, you're a drug dealer, let's say. You can say you made $300,000, pay the taxes on it, and then boom, after you get the house, drop that whole income.
Interesting.
Oh, I see.
And again, I'm no CPA, but from adding to what Vicki said, I think if when I was the realtor at Remax for all those years and I had my LLC, if I wanted to go buy a house under my LLC's name, it would be difficult. Right? I mean, Epic Lending's not probably there's no credit score for the LLC, correct?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
There
So
can be, but it's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they'll
So
look at that and show that you have a business and they'll see the income,
Yeah.
but it's gonna really you're gonna still have a Schedule C. I do a personal tax return.
Okay.
And my business. Now,
Yeah.
if I was going to buy a house this year, my income and my,
Would
would
be
be
different on
200,000.
Right, wouldn't be
for
40,
that
right.
couple years that I need, and then I would go back down.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I gotcha.
Whether you're making it or
Gotcha.
not, I guess.
So your accounting person is really important.
Yeah.
That he or she doesn't have to be CPA. It could be, just an accounting
Another
person.
thing that's a benefit of an LLC with an EIN is that you can establish business credit and you can get a lot of benefits. Like I have huge benefits from my business.
Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions?
If someone said to you, Vicki, what's the magic number? Once I make X amount of dollars, when should I call you? Is it 50 grand?
I would say 40 to 60.
40 plus, start thinking about
But
it?
if they have other streams of income,
Okay.
immediate. And honestly, everybody should have the LLC. Regardless of that, whether you get the S Corp or not, that can be a one-on-one. And then if you guys don't have a good CPA, I have an amazing CPA that works with all of my realtors.
Okay.
That I can put you guys with, and he can also tell you that. See, from a legal standpoint, I'm not a numbers person. I understand structure and compliance.
Okay.
But I have my own CPA and my own bookkeeper and my own social media team. I'm gonna check out the AI thing though. But what I am really good at is networking, and like I said, if you guys do follow me and you have anything that you want me to repost to my followers, I'm always happy to do that, because I think that community and connection is what we're losing by AI, and these are ways to keep it going.
All right, gang, any last minute ones for Vicki? No? Woo-hoo! Thank you, Vic. Thank you.
If anybody wants to make an appointment to talk about it, that's free. I'm not gonna charge you.
There you go. See, there you go. Instead of $200 an hour, it's, what's the four-letter word we all love as realtors?
Free.
Right? Free 99, or whatever Anthony used to say, right? Free 9. All right, gang, any remark, anything, anyone have stuff to talk about? New listing, a buyer? Nothing to promote? No, other than Haya's listings here? 199 condo in the country club is a steal.
I have a picture.
Oh, you do?
Well,
Fire away.
In Nevada Trails.
Very nice.
4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3350 square feet. Beautiful. It was my home. And,
Best house in the neighborhood, right?
It is. It's gorgeous. Take a look at it. It has 24-hour security, and the HOA is only $58.
Wow.
They're right on a large cul-de-sac with a walking trail to 3 parks, amazing, close to schools, etc. And then also a home that's no HOA, paid off solar, RV parking behind the gate, 51 feet long, and pool.
What's the ticket on both of these properties?
Pardon?
The cost.
Oh, sorry.
Price,
The
yeah.
first one is $780, and the next one is, this one is smaller, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's under 500. It's 470.
What is
Yeah.
the location?
This one, the smaller one, is a windmill, and 215. It's just easy access to the freeway.
And it's for, how much, 400?
470.
470.
It just listed.
And the 3,300 square foot house is 780.
Huh?
The 3,300 square foot house, 780. Gotcha. Okay, good stuff.
And that was just dropped from 810.
Nice.
So everything in the market, I mean, it's.
Yeah.
There's not a lot in Nevada Trails.
Mm-hmm.
And no other exact comp to it. But there's, as you see, there's a lot of homes gradually. So kind of get lost in the mix.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, gang. I appreciate all you coming. Thank you for the breakfast rock time. Maria, yes, hand raised. Yay.
So everybody, when you come out, make sure you pay attention to this wall above here.
Oh, yes, our little proclamations. Yes, yes. And last but not least, 1 o'clock, even if you didn't sign up, just show up. Matthew will put you in the class. Free agency credits, you need them, whether your license is due in 3 months or 18 months from now. Take these classes while you can, okay? All right, guys, thank you all for coming. See you all soon.